Preparaos para dar una calurosa bienvenida a esa sensación calurosa cuando os diga de quién se trata. Señoras y señores, los Platters.
Smoke gets in your
Hey everybody, to all my fans of the Platters, it's Ted E. Fane, former member of Tony Williams Platters from 1982 to 1992 until Tony's death. Here I am to chat with you guys on YouTube another day, some more to talk about. We started this chapter of going live about a couple of days ago, and I said that what I'm going to do is start going live at least, let me get the angle right, and going live at least twice a week or so. So this is our second live, and what we're going to continue doing is talking about my time as a member of the Platters. But first of all, I just want to check on you guys and see how everybody's doing. How you guys feeling? Is everybody doing okay? Everybody's having a nice day. Today is Wednesday. I live here in sunny Southern California, in Los Angeles, as a matter of fact. Today, what's the weather today? I think today is like in the low 60s, about 62, 61, 60 something degrees. Kind of cloudy out there. Other than that, it's a very pleasant day. It's exactly 3 p.m. here in Los Angeles time. I'm not sure from where you guys are living, following me from what time is it there, but hopefully this is a good time. So what we're going to do is I would really appreciate it when some people come on that you would kind of like suggest in the comments when is a good time for a lot of you guys to be available to watch my live stream. It's brand new to me, this live stream thing, and it's something that I'm starting to take a liking to, to really enjoy. I got a glare behind me in this mirror. Excuse me a second. Okay, that's better. I'm facing the window in my apartment, in my studio apartment, and I have a mirror behind me. And actually, when I move my head, the reflection from the window hits the mirror and gets that glare. But I covered up the mirror, so we won't have that problem anymore. We'll just wait a few minutes before I really start talking about my time as a member of the Platters and see if we can get a few people to join us. Just a minute. Yeah, see if we can get a few people to join us here. I was fortunate. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how it works. And, you know, like I said, all this stuff is kind of new to me, so I'm getting used to all the operational details and that kind of thing. So I got my computer over here while I'm filming on my phone. I'm using my computer as a monitor so I can see the chats better, because on my phone it's kind of small. But you know, so now, okay, so all I need is for my computer to start acting right, and pull up some of my stuff, and there we go. There we go. Populate computer, populate. There we go. Populate, baby. And you know what? So I'm gonna start off putting the first in the chat, and I want to say welcome to everyone. Please come join me for a chat. Voila. There we go. Like that. So I did the first one. The glasses here too. So I got to wear my glasses when I'm reading, because you know I'm an older guy, so I can't see that well. But I don't like to wear them if I'm not reading anything, so you can actually see the whites of my eyes. So today I got time, so I'm gonna be on here for a while, and hopefully people will start joining in, and we can talk. Like I said, I'm gonna start talking about my time as a member of Tony Williams Platters. I was a member for 10 years, from 1982 to 1992, up until his death, like I said earlier. And man, do I have a lot of stories. Oh, by the way, and you guys start coming in, just to stay on the same page, I can only really speak on stuff that happened during the times that I was a member of the group. Anything that happened before me, before 1982, is all secondhand information for me, because I wasn't there. So if you ask me questions about what happened in the 70s or in the 60s when Tony went solo, or even in the 50s when Tony was a member of the group, I can only tell you what was relayed to me, so that's like secondhand information. But I can tell you, I did question Tony a lot during my time with the group, and I asked him a lot of questions. I had a lot of time to talk to him. So he did share a lot of information. And you also have to remember now, this is his point of view about what he thought of the group. So it might be different from what you heard from other members or from other sources. So I will relate to you anything that was told to me from Tony himself about his past. But I can definitely tell you everything you want to know from 1982 until the time Tony Williams died. I was there. I was in the group, and I was very close to them. I actually lived with them for a little while in the, well, actually not with Tony. He had passed. I lived with his wife at their home for a while. I was like a son to them, you know, because I was only 22 years old when I joined the group. Now you got to remember, the Platters are a group from the 50s. So all the members, and I took the place of one of the original members. By the time I joined the group, there were only, I took the place of the last original member. By the time I joined the group, the only original member left was Tony. Everybody else were replacements. Even his wife, Helen Williams, she actually replaced Zola Taylor in the group. And she actually had a dual role. She was the female in the group, and she was the manager of the group, and she was Tony's wife. So she actually was the person who hired me, being that she was the manager. I made a series of videos charting my career with the Platters, and each year I have a video about each year that we were on tour, and who we were on tour with, and how was the tour. So if I don't touch on any of that here in this live chat, you can go back to my channel under my time with the Platters and find those videos. So what we're gonna do, oh, we got a few people that's joining the room. How you guys doing? Welcome, come on in. Platters fan, I love you. I know, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm the last surviving member of Tony Williams Platters. There's nobody else alive that was a member of that group while Tony was performing. Oh no, I'm sorry. There's one more person. His name is Derek David, and he's out in Las Vegas, and he does a Platters review out there in Vegas. He was with them from like the 70s, right? I think he joined them in like 71, 72, up until just before I joined the group is when he left. But he's the only other surviving member besides myself that's still alive that can actually talk about the Platters. So I'm going to start telling you about my time being a member of the Platters. And at any time, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll read them and I'll try my best to answer them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start from my first time performing live with the Platters. Now, I had joined the group in '82, and as I said in the previous video, it wasn't an audition. They actually came and saw me perform at a nightclub. The manager and a couple of members of the group. The manager and the road manager and another member of the group. They came down to see me sing, saw me performing, and they offered me the gig. They offered me the job to be a member of the Platters, and it was like a dream come true. It was like, wow, I thought I was dreaming, as that song goes. But so they hired me, and when they hired me, they let me know that a week from that time, they had already been booked to do a show in Englewood, New Jersey, at the Civic Center. And on that bill was the Platters, the Coasters, Benny King, the Shirelles, and another group. I can't remember the name of the group at the moment. It'll come back to me. So I had a week. Now, I was only, when I joined the group, for the first couple of years, I only sung background. I was the second tenor in the group. So as you watch the videos of me, like the one I posted in the beginning of this video, I'm in the middle. I had hair then. I was the tall guy in the middle. So it's Tony to my right, and then Helen, his wife, between us, and then me, and then to the left of me is Ricky, the baritone singer, and to the left of Ricky is Bob Rivers, the bass singer. So that's the lineup. So they told me that we had a week to prepare. I had a week to prepare before we do the show in Englewood. And luckily, the way it is, that I only had to learn background parts. Luckily, I was about to say that I used to sing in an a cappella group, so I had a good hearing, good ear when it came to harmony. And the music from the 50s isn't really complicated harmony. It's usually 3-part harmony, first, second, and the melody. So I'm usually at the top. I'm at the top, and the only person higher than me in the harmony is the female. So the female's the highest. She's the soprano, and I'm the tenor, and then the baritone and bass. That's how the harmony works. So basically, all the songs are, the background is basically the same. Just whatever your note is, and all the songs are basically the same kind of background. So, like I said, the fact that I had sung previously in an a cappella group for about a year, I was familiar with singing harmony. So I was able to learn the songs. I think I had to learn about 15 songs at that time. And one of the good things about when we do a show with multiple acts, we only do the hits. We don't do an extended period of time. We don't do like, somebody's writing me something. I'm sorry, give me a second. I got to put my glasses on because I can't see too well. That's right. Eggy bread. Only you can make this world seem bright. Only you. Where was I? So we had a week to prepare for the show. Like I said, when we're on the show with multiple acts, we're only doing the hits. So only use one of the hits. Of course, My Prayer and Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, The Great Pretender. So we do the hits. So it's only when we're doing solo shows where we do an extended, like an hour or so show, then the other members of the group will get a chance to have a solo song. But when we're only doing the hits, Tony is singing lead. So getting back to the story, so we were booked in Englewood, New Jersey at the Civic Center. So I got a chance for a week to rehearse with the group. So I had to learn all the choreography, all the steps, and all the background. As I said before, it wasn't too hard because I was previously trained in that stuff, so it wasn't too hard to do. Now, just to give you a backstory, my whole singing career before the Platters, I would say the most people I've ever sung for was, give or take, 75 to 100 max. We're doing the first show with me at the Civic Center, sold out, 5,000 people. Okay? 5,000 people sold out show. Like I said, the most I've ever sung for at that time was like 100 people. So stay with me. This is going someplace. So the day of the performance, we had a sound check. So we had to get there early that day to do the sound check. So this is my first real gig. First real show. Major show, professional show with a professional act. So we get to the venue during that day. Now all the house lights are lit so you can see through the whole arena, the whole center, the whole civic center. You can see all the seats, you can see everywhere, right? And I'm looking around like, wow, this is a big place. Now the adrenaline starts kicking in, right? Because woo, this is big time for me. But there's nobody there. It's just the groups are coming up and doing a sound check, and then we'll come back later that night. So we did the sound check. We marked our routines and everything. Well. Afterwards, we go back to the hotel. We hang out. The show was at, what time was the show? I think what, 7 o'clock start. We're the headliners, so we get on about 8:39 after all the other acts. So I think who opened the show? I think I'm not sure who opened the show. I can't. It's been so long. It was 1982. I can't remember. I'll be lying if I told you I remember. But anyway, I know we was the last act. So I was standing on the wings, watching the acts going off and watching the reaction to the audience, because this is all brand new to me. Okay, I'm the rookie. All these other guys, this is like their regular normal thing. But for me, I'm like, wow, all this is brand spanking new. So I want to see everything. I'm watching all the groups, every group that went on, and every group that went on had a hit record. So I was familiar. If I wasn't familiar with the groups, I was familiar with the songs, and I knew a lot of the hit records. And the show's going around well, and you know, one thing I really understand about the audience and the fans of that 50s doo-wop music, those are some very loyal fans. Very loyal fans. We got another comment here. Hold on a second. Major Boys. I am so glad I stumbled on this live. The Platters is still fabulous. Welcome, Major Boys, and I'm glad you're here. Hang out. I got a lot to talk about. And by the way, while you're there, please subscribe to my channel, like the page, and even make some more comments you had. So anyway, I'm watching all the acts. Now, the headliners. It's our time. The Platters. We're about to go on stage. Now the adrenaline is going up. And I could just feel the energy going through my body, right? And I still wasn't totally prepared to what I was about to step into. So when they announced the Platters, the band kicks off the song. Bam! The song goes, we come running out to the stage. Everybody's in front of their mic. Tony hits the first note. He starts singing. Damn! All of a sudden, my freaking mind went blank. Oh my God. I forgot everything. I forgot the songs. I forgot the notes. I forgot the steps. I froze. I've never had stage fright in my life. I had stage fright. I froze. I just stood there. Now everything is going on. People look at, now just to let you know, when we got there for the sound check and the lights on, you could see everywhere, every corner. But at showtime, the house lights come down. So only lights are on is the stage light. So the most you could probably see is maybe, give or take, the 10th row on each side. But it's sold out. And you can feel the energy in the room, in the arena from all the people that's there. And I swear to you, to me, it felt like everybody in that whole Civic Center was watching me. Watching me. That's how I felt. I was so scared. I froze. I couldn't believe I froze. I just stood there. Now they going on. Everybody's doing their thing. They singing and Tony's singing, the band's playing, and I ain't doing nothing. I'm just standing there like this. And I was so scared, I stopped looking front. I just looked down. So luckily, well, fortunately for me, I'm the new kid. So the guy next to me, Ricky, the baritone singer, he recognized that I got stage fright. So he said to me, Teddy, look at my feet. Don't look in the audience. Follow my feet. Just watch me and listen until you hear your note. And then start singing. So I promise you, all I was doing was, I wasn't doing no dance routines. I was just doing a step, 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 right? And I still wasn't singing. I was just doing that 1, 2 step and looking at his feet. And I can hear what's going on. I can hear him singing his harmony note. I can hear Tony singing his part. But I ain't singing nothing. I'm just I'm telling you, I felt like everybody was watching me. I was just stunned. But I stuck with it, and all of a sudden, I started hearing my note. I could hear my note. Oh man, I'm getting it. So I hear my note, but I'm still not looking in the audience. No. I'm looking at his feet, and the microphone is here. So I'm singing in my background, and I'm not doing no routine. I'm just doing step, but I'm singing now because I can hear my notes. So I'm singing my note. And like I said, we're only doing the hits, so we only have like 5 songs. And this was the first song. Okay? This was the first song. Excuse me. What? A book on your life with the Platters would be great. Since you were around all those memories, you should document that story. This is true. I'm going to eventually write a book, but I'm doing it now. This is part of the documentary right here, making these video clips. And you can go to my channel and I go into detail for each year on each tour. I got like 10 videos, and I go into detail about what we did on each tour, but eventually I'm going to write the video. So like I said, I'm singing now, but I'm still not looking at the audience. So I figured by the, my memory is correct, by the 3rd song, I start getting comfortable. Now I start to remember the steps. Now I can do the steps now. Now I'm doing the steps. I'm doing the steps and I'm singing, but I'm still not looking out there because I'm still afraid that I'll forget something if I look out there. So I did not look out there for the whole set. For the whole 5 songs, I did not look in the audience. But by the time the final song came on, I was comfortable enough to be able to have the dancing down and remember all my lines. And man, I got through it. I got through it. Woo! I got through it. I never felt that in my life. And you know, of course, after we finished and left the stage, the guys in the group, they clowned me so bad. You rookie. You sure you ain't pee on yourself for that stage, rookie? I saw a puddle on the floor. I think you peed on yourself, rookie. I mean, they got me. They teased me. They called me all kind of, but that was my inauguration, right? That was my, being all put into that situation. And amazingly, looking back all these years later, the best thing that happened to me, because it taught me that although I thought I was good before as a artist, a singer, whatever, before I joined the group. And I joined the group when I was 22 years old. And I was singing before I joined the group. I wasn't prepared for that. I was not prepared for that. So I'm thankful because it toughened me up. It toughened me up and got me prepared for future shows, in which we end up traveling. In 10 years, I traveled all over the world with the Platters. All over Europe, all over Asia, all the Caribbeans, all throughout the United States, all over. The only 2 continents that we didn't get a chance to go to while I was in the group was Africa and Australia. We were booked to go to Australia, but Tony had got sick and they canceled that show. That was like 1985, 86. But we were booked to be in Melbourne and Perth. And we was gonna be there for 10 days, but at the last minute, Tony got sick. They eventually went but I had left the group, and somebody took my place when they actually went, so I didn't get to see Australia. I would have loved to have gone to Australia. Hey to all my Platters fans out there in Australia. Sorry I didn't get to meet you guys, but I'm here. We can talk now. So I was good, but they teased me, and like I said, you know, and I loved the experience. And one of the other things was I got to meet, you know, like growing up, you never thought you're gonna meet or gonna be in a group like that, or even meet some of these famous people that you're on stage with. And now granted, here's the thing that's really amazing to me. I did not know how famous the Platters were. I did not know how big the Platters were. The Platters was the biggest, not only black group, the Platters was the biggest vocal group of the 50s. I did not know that. We were always the headliners. The only time we was not headlining is we did a show in Atlanta, Georgia with Ray Charles. I got a video, I'll talk about that another time, but I got a video that talks about that. That was the only time we didn't headline. But most of the times we were the headliners. And so all these other acts, they were familiar with Tony, so they would all come to the dressing room and meet and speak to Tony and just tell them how much they love him and stuff like that. And I got to meet everybody. You know, Jerry Lee Lewis, rest in peace. Bo Diddley, rest in peace. Now, these are all people I was on stage with that I never thought would happen to me. You know, Chuck Berry, I already tell you, Ray Charles, Wilson Pickett, Benny King, Wesley Gore, Lou Christie. I mean, I can go on and on and on. The Coasters, the Drifters, the Del Vikings. I mean, Jesus. The people I was opportunity on being on stage with and be able to rub shoulders with and be able to hang out backstage with and get to talk to and meet was amazing, okay? Amazing. And those are memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life. By the way, I know I don't look it, right? Although I got some gray now. Started getting gray. I will turn 64 this September. I will be 64 years old. And ironically, that was the same age Tony was when he passed. When Tony passed in 92, he was 64 years old. And he was in terrible health. I can tell you those last days, I got a video about the last days and his health before he died and all that stuff, how he died. I talk about that in another video, so go watch that video. But I made it a point to take care of my health. I don't smoke, I don't drink. I eat healthy and I exercise. As a matter of fact, I just went to the gym this morning before I started this live. And I got my alkaline water. This is alkaline water. Trust me, this is alkaline water. So I'm doing everything on my part to take care of myself. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on because there's a lot of people posting and I can't read any of it without my glasses. Let me see. Oh, Matt, you're back. Hey, Mr. Fame, nice to see you again, my friend. That's my buddy, Matt. You my buddy. I'm happy you came back. And as you can see, Matt, we got some more people here today. So I guess what I'm gonna start doing now, because like I said, I'm gonna be posting regularly because I know worldwide, there's still a lot of Platters fans out there. And I want to be able to satisfy some of your curiosities, especially the real Platters fans who grew up with the group and love the group. and has number fond memory of the group, I would like to be your conduit, your middleman, to connect you back to those memories and days of the past of the Platters, because I got all the stories, I got all the scoop. So you ask me the questions, I'll give you answers. And by the way, Matt, I'm going to be here every week, right here on this channel for you guys. So keep coming back and seeing me and talking. You know, Matt, you're going to be one of my regulars. Second time I went live, and second time you're here. So thank you, buddy. Thank you. What I was saying. So the thing I'll tell you too, not only that I didn't realize how incredibly popular this group was, I didn't know that they were that popular all over the world. You know, I mean, there are certain groups that are popular in certain places. The Platters is popular everywhere. Everywhere. I'm gonna tell you, man, and I was talking about this before. I can remember going to certain countries where they don't even speak English, but they can sit up there and sing every line to every song that we did. But when you try to talk to them, they could not speak any English at all. And this is from Japan to Germany to France. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I love it. 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 I loved it. No, I love it. I still love it. But man, it was one thing after another. It was great. I'm glad you'll be here with me, Matt, all week. And so just to get to go to all these places and talk to these people, and the best part about it was, since I was a second generation, I'm not an original Platters member. I took the place of one original. When greeting the fans after the show, they still wanted my autograph. And they would tell me about the person who I replaced, because they knew all the Platters. And I was the second tenor. I think I replaced David Lynch. I think David Lynch, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think David Lynch was the second tenor in the Platters, and I'm singing his part. The worldwide reach of not only Tony, but the whole group throughout the years have been phenomenal. That is true. And what was the guy's name who took Tony's place? He just died too. It slipped my mind. Sonny Turner. I got to meet him. Nice guy. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know, unfortunately, I wasn't able to experience that beautiful golden voice of the 50s that you guys remember. By the time I joined on the group, Tony's voice was about done. He sounded nothing like he did back then. But listening to those records, nobody who took Tony's place could touch him, including Sonny Turner. I'm sorry. And a matter of fact, after about a couple years in the group, they started letting me sing a solo song. And I actually sung Wash the Shore, the song that Sonny Turner had a hit with in the 60s. We added that to the show, and they let me sing that song. I don't have any, man, and that's a shame, because I have no videos of the time that I was in the group. And I had some, because there were people who were making videos. We did corporate events, and there were people coming to clubs, and they were making videos. And I had videos back in the day, but for some reason or another, I was not able to hold on to them. So I have no videos besides the one that we did on Showtime, which I posted, which is partly in the beginning of this video, and that is on my channel. That was Showtime Classic Rock and Roll Reunion, where we had all the stars. I even posted the full show with all the groups that were on that show that day. That's also on my channel. And I also put on my channel the finale of Rock and Roll Was Here to Stay, where all the groups that were on the show came out to sing that song together, which is amazing. You gotta watch that. Go to my channel and check that out. That was amazing. Being standing up there with Jerry Lee Lewis playing and Bo Diddley playing and Benny King and Danny and the Juniors and everybody, Leslie Gore, everybody that was on the show, and we all singing Rock and Roll We're Here to Stay. So that's the finale. That's also on my channel. So please go and check that out. What you saying, Mark? What you wrote? Man, Mark, you wrote a lot of stuff. Trying to keep up with you. Yeah, David Lynch. Oh yeah, the second tenor, David Lynch and Sonny Turner replaced Tony. Yep. It's a shame all of those shows during your tenure as a Platter didn't have as many recordings. Yeah, that's true. And here's the thing. By the time I joined the group, we weren't recording anymore. We were just a touring group, just touring. I mean, you didn't want to hear Tony's voice on no records. At that point, it was complete. I'll give an example. Whitney Houston before the drugs and Whitney Houston voice after the drugs. Perfect example. Same thing with Tony. Tony Williams' voice before the alcohol and tobacco abuse. He didn't do drugs, but he drunk like a fish. He was an alcoholic. So, and he smoked like a chimney. He smoked those long, skinny cigarettes. I forgot, Sig Bello or something. If anybody knows what I'm talking about. I remember the Western guys always smoked those things. So he, Tipperella or something, whatever you call those things. He used to love smoking those things. So, yeah, after the years of abuse, of drinking and smoking, I believe by the late 60s, Tony's voice was already gone. So you guys got the best of Tony's voice from the inception of the Platters until about his first 2 solo albums or solo records, because I heard a couple of his solo records after he left the group, and the voice still sound amazing. Too bad those records didn't sell. You know, like I said, I was only a child, so I didn't know anything about the group then when I was growing up in the 60s. But it amazed me why his solo career, Tony Williams I'm talking about, why his solo career didn't take off, since he was such an important, his voice was so important in the Platters sound. His voice was the Platters sound. But his solo records didn't take off, and I'm surprised. I think that's why he fell off in the 60s and got dropped by the label. And by the time he decided to come back out in the late 60s and put his own group together, he was just doing the oldies, the old stuff. You know? It's a shame of all those shows, yeah. His solo rendition of Roses of Washington Square in 1960 was about the last of his fame. Yeah, I did see, that's on YouTube. I did see him do that song on YouTube. I did see that particular song. And he sounded wonderful. Didn't he sound wonderful? He sounded amazing. Why wasn't that as big of a hit as some of the Platter stuff? Can somebody answer that? That's crazy, you know, but you know, that's show business, son. Look, there's a shelf life for most artists, most entertainers, and that's usually anywhere from 1 to, if you're lucky, 4 or 5 years. Some of them, the exceptional ones, get a longer shelf life. But not everybody is granted that or will have that, you know. The Platters, they had a short shelf. The Platters was from 1955 to 1959. Then those, well, 54, I'm sorry. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I wasn't even born, okay? So this is all secondhand knowledge and from what I learned about the group. But I do know the first hit record was Only You that came out in 1954, I think. And from 1954 to 1959 was the Platters' peak years. That's when they were the group. They were on all the shows, they were on movies, they had all these hit records. Matter of fact, from 1954 to 1959, the Platters had a #1 record on the pop charts. And you know, back in the 50s, black people were not on the pop charts. They had another chart for them, was called race music. Okay. And the Platters was the first, and if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, the only black group that had #1 records on the pop chart. And I know for a fact they were the only black group in the 50s to have multiple 5 #1 records on the white pop charts. I do know that. So I feel blessed to have been able to, at any course in Tony's career in life, to be a member of his group. Okay? I wasn't in one of those knockoff groups with one of the background singers group or with Buck Ram's group or some of those other groups. I was with Tony Williams, the original lead singer, his group. The original, the authentic. If it's another group, it's a phony group. And we had no shows in cities where there was another Platters group playing on the other side of town. And when they found out that none of those people were original members and Tony Williams was singing on this side of town, boy, there was a riot going on. Matt, that hit #1 in 1955 with Only You after it been re-recorded after an unreleased. Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. See, like I said, anything I'm going to talk about in terms of before my time in the Platters is secondhand information. And a lot of you guys might know more about that time than I do. I can only talk about the time from 1982 to 1992, which I was there with Tony, standing right by his side on every tour, on every show. So I can talk about that. But that stuff from the 50s, I can only tell you what I was told or what I looked up. But some of you guys, like Matt Attack 2.0, he would know. Thank you, Matt. You like my encyclopedia for the Platters, so you keep me up to date on anything. I say something wrong, you correct me. Okay, I appreciate that, buddy. I remember one time specifically in New York City, we were doing a show, and Dick Clark came to our dressing room. Man, freaking Dick Clark, man. I was like, that blew my mind. Dick Clark, and he had a gift for Tony, and he just wanted to tell Tony how much he appreciated him and loved him. This was 84, 85. And we were doing a show in New York City, and Dick Clark came to the dressing room. Man, I got some great stories, One of my proudest moments as being a member of well, I have so many of them, but one of my proudest moments of being a member of Tony Williams Platters was a time, and like I said, I got many of them, but this one comes to mind. We did a show with Ray Charles in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Omni Center. It was us, Ray Charles, and the Drifters, and I think, who else? I can't be sure who else on the show. But anyway, you know Ray Charles is blind. but he had his dressing room door open, and he was sitting where, when you walk by his dressing room, you could see him. So I did not know Ray Charles knew who I was. So I was walking by the dressing room, and since his door was open and I could see him, I peeked my head into the room and I said, Mr. Charles, I just want to say I love you. I'm Teddy. I'm the new member of the Platters. He goes, boy, I know who you are. You sound great. Keep on singing. Keep on doing what you're doing. You sound great. I was like, you know me? He said, boy, I can hear you. I can hear you from here. You sound wonderful. Oh, my God. Boy, you couldn't tell me nothing there. My head went like this. You couldn't talk to me then. Ray Charles knew who I was. So, yeah, that was... And I got so many great memories of so many times that we associate with these people. And like I said, the thing that really impressed me the most was the admiration that all these other artists had for Tony. Tony was like a god to them. I was like, I know your group. I know that song. What's that group who sang In the Still of the Night? The lead singer, the original guy, because we did some shows with him. Tell me, Matt, what's his name? From the Still of the Night, the guy, the group that sung that song. I love that song. I love that song. And when I heard them do it, I was amazed. He still sounded like the record. But this guy worshiped Tony. You should see how he act around Tony. He was like a little kid around Tony. That blew my mind, man. That blew my mind. Seeing how people interact with Tony. I got some stories for you guys. Can't divulge all of them at this one live. So we're going to be here. The Five Satins. Fred Paris, that's his name. Fred Paris. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Fred Paris, you right. Fred Paris. Fred Paris. The Five Satins. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes. That song, I love that song. To this day, I still like to hear that song. Unfortunately, he's passed on too. You know, it's so, I feel sad, but I feel blessed at the same time to have met all these stars, all these famous people, to have not just met them, to have worked with them, to have been on the same stage, shared the same stage with them, shared the back room festivities with them. I'm so blessed to have had that experience and met and know these guys, Benny King, all these guys, Leslie Gore, all these guys. Oh my goodness. I mean, the names is just popping. I can't, and they all gone. They are all gone. I mean, nobody can live forever. This is 2023. You know, I don't expect everybody to be here for a lifetime, but just to say that I shared the stage with these people and I got to meet these people, shake their hands, touch them. Yeah. So I got that magic on me now. So I'm carrying all those souls on my shoulders. So I'm that conduit from them to you. You go through me to all of them. I'm that conduit. Yes, Matt, I love that song too. Yes, I did. I really love that song. Yeah, so just hanging out with them. Like I said, I got so many stories. And so far, we just talking about basically my first year in the group. We ain't got out of 1982 yet. So the story is gonna keep coming. That's right. I got all that old rock and roll flowing through me, Matty. So we're gonna be during the course of the time I'm on YouTube going live. I'm gonna be going live, like I said, regularly. Cause I want to share this stuff with you. It's one thing to make a video talking about this stuff. It's another thing to go live and talk to you guys, the Platters fans, directly and get that immediate response back from you guys and your thinking and your feeling about what I'm talking about. I hope you guys are enjoying these stories. I hope I'm not boring you. It's just that I got so much in here that it's not fair to keep it to myself. Sorry about that. Can you hear me? It's not fair to keep it to myself. I gotta share it with you guys. I gotta share it with you. That's right, Matt. It's nicer to have direct response in the stream. You are so correct. And that's the thing that I'm starting to understand. I didn't, you know what? When I originally created this channel, I didn't really think there were any more Platters fans around because, you know, as all the original group members, they all gone. So I'm assuming all the real Platters fans who really love them are not around. But I guess I'm wrong. Matter of fact, I was looking at my YouTube algorithm, and they was showing me the age range of the people that's watching my videos. I can't believe it. The majority of the people who watch my videos are over 65 years old. So I'm saying, there's still people that old age on YouTube? Holy cow. I am so appreciative. And if you really enjoy these videos in my live chat, please let your friends or other people who you know that are fans or lovers of the Platters, let them know about my channel. Tell them where to find me. And let them know that I'm doing regular live streams. And I don't consider myself a star. No, because I didn't record any of those records. I was just fortunate enough to be able to come on the back end and to experience the stuff after the height of the success, but still reap the rewards of the success that was created before I was a member of the group. And it's such a pleasure that I'm so thankful that I had the opportunity to do that. There will always be Platters fans. I'm young and full of knowledge. I'm only 16 and love that record. Holy cow, Matt. You only 16 years old? And you know this much about the Platters? Man, you know more about the Platters than I do. And I was a member of the group. Wow. I am blown away, Matt. So there you go. You just proved my point. I could not believe that people your age are Platter fans. Of fans of that music from that long ago. That long ago. More than a half a century ago. And you still love that music. Wow. So I guess there are Platters fans out there in the world, and I want to reach all of them. Matt, by the way, where are you at? What country are you at, or what city you in? Are you in the United States? What city you in? Because I'm trying to reach people, because I know there are Platters fans all over the world. I know that. And I hope during the course of the time that I'm making these live and I'm on YouTube, that more Platters fans from around the world that are still here with us will get to see these, meet me, and enjoy this journey. because it's a journey to the past. It's like back to the future, huh? So I'm going to take you back, and we're going to go through this journey together. Oh, Matt, you from Nebraska, huh? And you currently living in Iowa. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's the middle of the country, huh? I feel you, man. I feel you. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you, friend. My friend, Matt. I consider you my friend now. You're not a fan anymore. You are my personal friend now. And I consider you that. And I really feel that way. I'm honest about that. At this point, I'm retired. So I'm no longer performing as a singer anymore. I've been doing some acting here and there, but I'm mostly retired now. I had my time, got the great memories, had a great life. And so I'm thankful for YouTube and to have this platform where, although I'm not out on the road performing and traveling around the world with Tony and singing, I can actually sit at home in my studio here and reach out to you guys and talk to you guys like we're doing here. And I'm glad. This makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel thankful and hopefully wanted. Hopefully you guys want this that I'm offering and look forward to it and want me to continue doing this. As long as we have the memories to put somewhere like YouTube, then you're so right. And that's exactly why I'm so thankful for YouTube. So now, all this stuff, even if I don't ever get to talk to all the Platters fans directly, here it is on YouTube. And they can always just stumble across this channel or this page and find this stuff and hear these stories. And you might even hear some stuff and answer questions that they had about the group that they never thought they would get answered. And now, to this day, can be answered. You know, it makes me feel funny because I feel like I'm providing a service in a sense because I know when you love something or someone and they're no longer there and you only have memories and you meet somebody who were close to that person or knew that person and have stories about that person that you never knew about, it's almost like that person's coming back to life because you can live through that person who will tell you stories about that person you love so much. So I'm so thankful that I'm able to do that and I'm able to be on YouTube and to be able to speak to all the Platters fans on YouTube. And I'm just glad that there's so many Platters fans that are still out there that still love this music and love talking about this group. That's the thing. With your permission, I would like to compile all your Platters story into one video, and you can upload it to your channel. Just for fun. Yeah, I'll give you total permission, Matt. Go to my channel. I got all the stories, like 10 videos. You can edit them, do whatever you want. You have my permission. And if I leave anything out, and if there's something you specifically want to know that I can answer, I will definitely do that, because all you're doing is help getting this information out and letting Platters fans know that I'm here, the last surviving member of Tony Williams Platters. I'm here. So there's still one person here that people can reach out, not touch, but talk to. So yeah, Matt, you my man. You my man, Matt. Do your thing. You got 100% of my acknowledgement. Yes, do your thing. Thank you. So look, we've been on here for about an hour. I don't want to start rambling. I like to be specific in my conversation and stuff that I talk about. But as I said, there's so much to talk about, and it's going to take forever in a day to get all this out of my head. So we're just going to be making these live videos, and we're going to be talking to people like Matt and all the other people that's come to my channel. So y'all keep coming. And Matt, I'm going to see you. I'm going to, when am I go live again? So today is Wednesday. I'm going to go live Saturday. I'm going to go live. I'm going to post it and let you guys know that I'll be going live on Saturday. And we're going to talk about my second year and what was going on my second year. We just talked about my first year in the group. This live. So next year, on the next live, we'll be talking about my second year and all the stuff that's going on with that. It will let everybody know that Mr. Teddy Fame is on a mission to keep the memories of the Platters alive. As the last surviving member, you got it, my buddy. You got it. That is so true. I'm going to keep those memories alive as long as I'm here, and so far my health is still good. Still healthy, so as long as I'm here, you got the last surviving member that's going to keep it going on. So as I said before, I'm going to end this live stream today, and I'll be back on Saturday, so I'll keep everybody posted. And until then, I love you all. Take care. All right? Bye-bye.